What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Nerdy Volume Podcast. And today we're going to be talking about specific themes and who we would pick if we had to pick, let's say, Iron Chef. Character would we pick? Or babysitting a child. Who would we pick to do that? I don't know, but we're going to find out today. So sit back, relax, and always turn it to 11.
All right. So in today's episode, to kind of make it fun, we didn't have any scenario thought up yet. So we kind of came up with a couple of scenarios prior to, and then we're going to choose from there. And everything you're going to see is basically on this episode, like first time ever, where there's no pre-reading, off the cuff. Yes. From the top of the dome. Boo! So we got a couple here that I think we were looking at earlier. There's the ultimate Save the Multiverse group project. So I guess it's from a collapsing multiverse. And you need a group of the smartest, but maybe socially awkward across from like what team would save the multiverse. That's kind of funny. And I believe there's probably a couple movies that are like made out in that way, but not in the superhero way or multiverse way. But there's too many heroes that could save it. But making them socially awkward kind of changes things. Then there's a cooking showdown, like you said, the Iron Nerd Chef. There's an Intergalactic Bachelor, Love in a Black Hole. It's about a lonely AI. That's
I already know who wins.
A lonely. Oh, you?
Yeah.
So is that where we're gonna go? Let's choose that for now. Yeah. Let's see Okay. So wait, is that only one? It's only two people, right?
Well, I mean, there's got to be one bachelor. Is it a bachelor or bachelorette? Well, let's
do for both.
Let's go with a bachelor. Okay, yeah.
Bachelor and bachelorette. Yeah,
Sure.
Okay. So it says a love in a black hole. So a lonely AI is looking for love before being sucked into a singularity. So yeah. Okay. So we have to pick a roster of weird sci-fi characters to go on a reality TV show.
I got you.
With these,
I got two
AI.
off the dome.
One contestant is only here to promote their mixtape. So that's where. Okay.
I know this person. I got three. How many people were you picking?
Three. We have to be three.
Three?
It has to be three for the TV show.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. So it was a bachelor for a dude for a male AI.
Oh, male AI. Oh, now
we'll start with male AI first.
That makes it harder for me. I got all the bachelors for the bachelorette. How do you say that?
Bachelorette? Yeah.
Bachelorette. Yo, that's a hard word for me to say. My tongue gets in the way too much in that one. Bachelorette.
It's bachelorette.
Bachelorette. I don't think I said it right even then. But okay, all right. Let's start with the Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
Oh man, that was a little bit harder. I had the three male contestants for the female AI. I had those, but female.
Should we use only the MCU?
No.
Or the DC or
everything. I think everything and anyone. This is a multi-universe.
Oh, so not only to comic books. So
I think anything. I would say anybody.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that opened up a huge anime window.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
No, I don't think she would fit.
Okay, so all right. So we both have one person that we're gonna choose, and then we have to agree on one that's gonna be the third.
Okay.
You like that? Okay. I'm gonna choose an AI. So
we're going with a bachelor AI.
Bachelor AI.
Okay.
I'm wheezing. Guys, I'm asthmatics.
No, wait. That doesn't work.
Were you going to say a Pokemon?
No.
Okay.
No, I was thinking of the nerdy guy from Hey Arnold that always like hit around. He liked the girl.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's who I was thinking about.
So for a bachelor, the girl would be an awkward one. I think. Oh, what's her name? I'm gonna have to look for this girl's name. Wait, no, what? He's looking for love beforehand. Okay, never mind. I was gonna choose one of the girls from School Days. You ever watch that anime?
School Days,
bro. It's a yandere kind of anime.
I don't even know what yandere means.
Oh, do you know what a tsundere is?
Nope.
Okay, tsundere are the typical anime girls that are in love with the main character but pretend they aren't.
I know this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I haven't
yandere,
seen this, but I know I've seen it on
it's very dark.
Crunchyroll.
It's a dark anime.
Yeah, there's a boy bleeding, dead. It looks like cut
Yeah.
up into pieces.
So in the beginning, the boy is like shy, right? And he wants to get a girlfriend, and so he ends up getting the girlfriend, and then another girl likes him, and then he ends up like playing around with that girl, and then he realizes that he is like a very good looking dude and could probably get another. But I believe it goes to his head. Granted, guys, it's been years since I watched it, so don't come after me, all right?
I'm after him.
But I do know that one of the girls are possessive, and that's where the yandere part comes in. Yandere are the types that love the guys so much that they don't want them to leave. They're kind of like hostile towards them.
Yeah, I saw one of the pictures, and is the girl kissing a decapitated head.
Yeah. I was gonna choose that girl, but he was looking for love, not crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like she'd probably save him. So you know what? Maybe I will use School Days. I'll use the girl that kissed him. Do you have anybody? Yeah, that's gonna be my girl. That's a perfect freaking. That's the perfect one.
All right. Do you have a second one? Because I'm trying to figure out who I would pick as my. As
your what?
The person I would choose. I had the male ones. Oh, I know who. Hold up. I got you. Once I remember her name, I will tell you who it is. Oh, I got two. They're from the same world. I got two. I think I know what. Yeah, okay. So, the first one that I pick for my male bachelor person looking for love. Oh, shoot. I forgot her name. No, I just want to make sure that's the right person. Yep. Is Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z. That's who I pick.
Android 18?
Yeah. Robot meets robot.
Well,
or AI meets AI. She's just already in a physical body. He needs to find one. Maybe they can share the same body together.
They cannot, because she's also organically a human. She just has cyborg parts. She's like Frankie from One Piece. That's actually a really good choice.
Yeah. I have another person from the same universe. Can you guess who that is? Also a very techie person.
Bulma? I don't think Bulma would ever want to be on that show with an AI.
No, she wouldn't.
She's smarter than the AI for some reason. I believe AI probably was nil to her genius. Like, my goodness. AI cannot come up with a house that can fit in a pill.
That's true. Bulma was
Bulma
ahead.
did that, yeah.
She the genius.
Or no. Was it her? No, her dad did that, right?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. But she created a time machine. AI ain't do that.
Nope.
But yeah, no, that's a good idea. But I think Bulma's sister Tights would have been a better one. But
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I ever.
You don't know who that is?
Tights.
So Tights was brought into in Super, Dragon Ball Super.
Okay, I never watched Dragon Ball Super.
And this is where Bulma needed to get a hold of Jacob, who is the intergalactic cop. He's a cop for space. And Bulma's sister knows who that is. So Bulma called her sis. He's like, "Hey sis," and then she's like, "Can you call Jacob or whatever his name is?" And so she calls him, or the sister calls him. He's like, "Hey Tights." I was like, "Tights." That's funny because Tights briefs, Bulma briefs. It makes sense.
That's
yeah,
funny.
Yeah. A lot of things. Okay. Well, I mean, all right then. So I'm gonna choose Kotonohe.
You would.
Kotonoha Katsura. That's from School Days. That's the crazy girl. The one that kisses a decapitated head. Because I feel like she would fight for them. You know what I mean?
So would Android 18.
Yeah, but Android 18 needs to be into that person. She's into Krillin because Krillin was like sincere.
What if the AI was an Krillin AI?
Oh well, yeah. Then never mind. I think it's possible. It's possible. If it's pre Krillin 18, then I'll accept that. Then that's different. So let's do pre Krillin 18. I'm cool with that. You said Bulma Bulma.
Yeah.
And then I chose Kotonoha because she's crazy. What's another one? another lady, maybe from a different universe, not maybe anime, maybe a comic universe that would help. I mean, to be completely honest, I think Captain Marvel would be a perfect person.
Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she'd be great because I mean, like, she's actually like a galactic,
She could always reach him.
and she could save him from becoming a singularity. That'd be a good one. Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers is her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be great. That's a great one.
So we have ourselves Captain Marvel, Android 18, Bulma, and
Kotonoha.
Kotonoha.
Yeah.
Kotonoha.
We have 4.
4.
We're supposed to come up with 3.
All right, we'll drop Bulma. I think you're right. I
Okay.
think Bulma would be. She just wouldn't.
Yeah,
She's like, that's all you got.
she would have uploaded the AI to her computer or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
and then realized it just wasn't. It wasn't at par with her.
Yeah. Boom was a genius.
Yeah, she's out.
Okay, but 18 is still there. 18. Yeah.
I think 18's got a chance.
I think she does too. Pre-18 now. So we have, she's a bad girl.
I mean, think about it. AI, do they really have a lot of emotions? Not really. 18 didn't really have much of emotions either.
But they're looking for love, so they would need
Yeah,
something.
but what is love to an android or to an AI?
That's actually very true. I have no idea.
Chemical reactions in the brain, of course, and they don't even have one. Not a real one. They have an artificial one.
So okay. So what are the couple things the AI would say? He's like, okay, like, you know, in a fit of in a time crunch, how would you save me from the singularity? Like, that's one of the questions that the Bachelor would ask these girls. Mm-hmm. I think Kotonoha would say, I would make sure that you would not be anywhere near the black hole. That's her for sure. But you say it in Japanese, 100%. Just say it in Japanese.
But it doesn't matter to him because he knows all languages.
Absolutely.
So he's asking these questions in Japanese.
Yeah.
You know,
To
Captain
her,
Marvel is
yeah,
probably the
yeah.
only one who's just like, I don't know what they're saying.
No, Captain Marvel does speak all those languages.
Does she really?
I believe it. No, I'm just kidding. But she does speak a bunch of planetary languages.
Oh,
So I'm assuming that she could learn fast because she's maybe, I don't know. Because, man, she has a lot of history. And okay, what would Android 18? She would let him die.
she probably would.
She would let him die. Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, oh, well, that makes me single. Yeah, she was like, well, that makes me single. Who'd want to date you? That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what she would say. She's a baddie. I'm bad girl. Like, she's a villain. There you go. That's better. So we have a crazy girl, a villain, and who's the other one?
Superhero.
Superhero and a superhero. What a straight. That's a great 3, huh? Whoa. Okay, so there's our 3 for the Bachelorette, y'all. What do you think? Okay, so like, what is a question that we would ask 3 girls? And that, like, before we die, be like, so we already asked the question, you know, what would you do to save me from the black hole for my upcoming doom? And then, you know, we already answered what we think they would answer. So what is a question that you have that you would ask these ladies? What would an AI ask something looking for love?
Probably say something like, I'm trying to come up with a good line here. I have the pickup part of it. I just don't have the beginning of it.
Oh,
Man,
not yet.
I can't think of anything.
We could probably
smooth
come
enough.
back to it.
I'm not smooth enough for these things. That's why I was never on the dating show.
I think I think AI would probably if that first was the first question and the answers that they gave him was the ones that we said earlier, then the next question would be like, if you were to explain love with me in 3 words, what would you choose? And then I think Kotonoha would say, you are mine. That's definitely hers. What would Android 18 say? I think Android 18 would probably say something along the lines of, spare me. No. Or spare the details. I think that's what she would say. She kind of like, I think she would like, what is that? Kind of like brush it off. Almost just like, it's whatever, dude. You know? Like that. I think that's 18. I think Captain Marvel would say something along the lines of, I destroy black holes. I mean, I don't even know if she can close a black hole. I believe she might be able to go through them. You know, those are a couple of the answers that I think that these girls would give him if he asked, like, well, how would you, you know, in 3 words, how would you How would you explain love? So I guess that would be a good question to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so for those questions, do you guys have any other questions that you would ask these girls, and we'd give you our idea of what they would give the answer to this male AI. But as we but now we're gonna go into the bachelorette side of things.
Bachelorette
AI.
Bachelorette.
The lady. You did. So now this bachelorette is looking for love. So let's come up with a couple of contestants.
I got them in my head already.
All right, let me.
I got you.
Some. Go ahead and explain yours.
All right. I got 3. I'll give you my first one. Behind curtain number 1, we have Ultron. Misunderstood. He's just trying to save the world, make humanity better. We're a destruction to ourselves. Everybody calls him evil, but he's not evil. He's just misunderstood. Ultron is behind curtain number 1.
I can see that. That's a good one. Strange one, but it's a good one nonetheless.
He just wants to be loved.
Ain't no strings on him. Definitely doesn't want any strings attached.
Good thing the AI is going into the singularity.
Yeah. Oh wow! Just thinking about it, the AI could definitely link up to Ultron as well.
Yep.
Who would I choose to go with this female AI? I think he would have to be. I want to say my current favorite anime's main character, Sunraku. I forgot his first name, but Hizutome is his last name. Oh, Makoto. There you go. Makoto Hizutome. That is the character I'm going to be choosing to be the second in this reality TV show. He is a professional level virtual gamer. So kind of like Sword Art Online.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like their nerve gear or whatever, they go into this other realm to play a game. He is a pro level gamer. His main focus is he only plays with trash games with tons of bugs.
Oh, I know what show you're talking about.
Yeah, Shangri-La Frontier.
Yeah.
That's right now. That is my favorite anime right now. It's better than everything that's out right now. And I only say that because a lot of the things that are popular today, I already read the manga and I'm either finished with it or I'm past it. So anyway, he is an incredible character. He does things based. He's normally told by people who are also great gamers to do certain things, and he's like, I'm not going to say I'm going to lose to this person. I mean, I'm not going to lose for them. I'm not going to lose on purpose. Yeah, no, he's one of the best characters, and I think it'd be perfect for the AI, especially since he works, or not works, but especially since he mostly games VR. So that means he can literally electronically date this woman.
Yeah, she could make herself a body inside of the
Sunraku, baby.
Okay.
All right, who's the other guy?
Who do I want to pick? Oh, wait! Before we even get to there, we forgot. So which of the 3 of the Bachelorette, or not for the Bachelor, which of the 3 contestants is trying to who's really just there to throw their mixtape in, promote themselves?
Oh, dude, it's definitely Android 18.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Android 18 side B for sure. That's definitely her, because she didn't even really need to be there, but she made a lot more sense to be on there because she's the bad version. She's the one, I believe, that gets killed by Trunks in future Trunks. This the side arc of Dragon Ball Z. That's where she comes from, all right? I don't know if she has a halo or anything like that, or she's just a cloud. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the deaths of Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball. If you're bad, they turn into like little cloud, or when they die, they turn into clouds, and they either go to Niflheim or Niflheim, I think it's called, right?
I just remember Goku died a million times. It's still always coming back.
That's true. He did die, and he went to heaven, and he did fall into a part of Niflheim. Piccolo ended up in GT. He was in the Niflheim. I want to say that's what it's called, but it doesn't matter. I think the one that's trying to do the mixtape is definitely Android 18.
All right. So here's my second choice. Who'd I pick? I got 2 in my head. I don't know who would be better. I was gonna say I'm gonna give you both of them, but I think I know which one is gonna stay. My 2 choices were between Static Shock,
Ooh,
or Cyborg.
I was thinking Cyborg.
Cyborg is also. So you were thinking Cyborg?
I was
as
thinking
your other
Cyborg.
choice?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go with Static Shock so that they can both be in it. But I was also thinking Cyborg. But yeah, so my second choice would be Static Shock. You know.
Virgil Hawkins.
Yeah, you know, you want to amp up a little. You bring Static Shock to the party. You know, he's always there to electrify things for everybody. You know?
Yes, definitely.
What other electricity jokes can I make? You know, shh. Your keys got stuck on the ceiling. Don't worry, he got you.
He just unstatic it.
Yep. Boom, brings him back down for you.
You know, and we also know that Static Shock is gonna eventually get dreads. So Rastafari, guys. I think that's awesome for this bachelorette. She don't know what she getting into. Okay, so these four guys.
Wait, who was the fourth one?
You said Static Shock.
Oh yeah.
Cyborg, right?
Yeah.
And you have Ultron and Sunraku.
Yeah. Sunraku.
So Cyborg and Sunraku are the only teenagers in here. And then you have Ultron, who is a baby. And then you have not Cyborg. Who's the other one?
Static Shock.
Static Shock. Oh wow, these are all kids.
He's a teenager too.
Yeah,
he's here for love.
That's right. They're all teenagers. This is awesome, except for Ultron.
So I had to look this up because I'm like I don't know any of these things. So I feel like the Bachelor, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
She would ask them, you know, I think one of her questions to them would be, "Give me your best pickup line."
Oh, ooh.
I know what Ultron would say. He would say, I had to look this up, guys. It did not come off the top of my head because I would not be able to. He would say something along the lines, maybe like, I got two for you. One is dirty. I just the way it's written is dirty, bro. But the first one is more innocent. You are my number 0. Okay, he's speaking binary to this girl.
Okay,
he's taking it back to the old times. Okay. Then he switch it up. You think he's an angel, but we all know who Ultron is. You know, he's misunderstood, but he's still a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? So then he would say something like along the line, I can't even say this. It's so dumb. I can't wait to inject my SQL into your application layer. Oh,
AI is gonna be like, whoa.
Yeah. He doesn't really have much game. He's a baby. Oh, you know.
I think Sunraku would say something along the lines of, even if your AI system has bugs, I'll still beat you. And that's for a gamer, not like he's gonna like beat her up or anything like that. He's gonna beat him in the game, okay? Because he's a gamer and she has an AI system, I'm assuming. So he'll oh no, there you go, that's better. He'll like, you know, even if you bug out, I'll still master you. That is a line right there. Bars. We know who's coming up.
I was thinking more like I was going to like what's the beginning part of your hit?
Oh, it's even if you bug out.
Even if you bug out, I'll still play with you.
Well, it wouldn't make sense to Sunraku's character, but that's a good line. I feel that's a Cyborg line.
Yeah. I mean, Cyborg would probably say something of the similar sort.
But Cyborg didn't have the chance to say it. Mind you, Sunraku said this in Japanese.
Of course. And everybody but Static Shock knew what he said.
Yes. Oh yeah. Wait, no. Oh yeah, he did know a lot of the languages.
No,
he was just.
But
Cyborg
definitely knows all different languages, and Ultron is connected to the internet. So
Ultron is probably connected to the AI, which is creepy.
Yeah. He's actually just dating himself the entire time.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just don't know that yet.
Yeah. Ultron and Ultron.
The game is rigged. He's gonna choose himself.
Absolutely. And so, okay, so then we already know what Sunraku's gonna say. So what is Cyborg gonna say?
Oh, what is Cyborg gonna say?
Booyah! It's got to be at the end.
You're right.
It's got to be at the end. Yeah.
You're right. I think that's definitely he probably. Look, I'm so bad at pickup lines. You're really good at it. You came off of that with like whoop right off. I had to look up mine because like I'm like there's got to be some like computer technology pickup lines, you know. But what would Cyborg say?
Cyborg would say something probably like more teen like. I'm thinking of like from the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
You know, not so much from like Smallville or any of the darker DC movies that's been out in the past couple or the past decade, because that's a cool cyborg too. In the Teen Titans, the more darker ones, where Damon Wayne is one of the leaders, not Tim Drake or what's the other Robin, Dick Grayson. Yeah, not those two guys. It's when Damon Wayne Cyborg, where he's like 19, I believe. Let's see. What would Cyborg say? He would say, you're gonna. He's like, I know. He'd say, oh, you're gonna die from a black hole? No worry, babe. I got this boom tube. Booyah. And if you guys don't know what a boom tube is, I believe it's like a portal that Cyborg can make, and he can portal the AI away from the black hole or portal the black hole somewhere else.
Nice.
I believe that's what the boom tube can do.
Nice.
But I don't know. That's something that came up in my head.
I like it.
You like it?
Better than anything I could have thought of. That's for sure.
Black hole, baby. No worries. I got this boom tube. Booyah. Oh, what? And you said something about Flash, or not Flash, Static Shock. He's like, oh, is that your keys? No, that wasn't a pickup line. That was just what he can do. Yeah. Sorry. What's his pickup line?
His pickup line. I've been thinking about his pickup line. His pickup line would be something like, can't think of anything.
Yeah, because to be honest, Static Shock was actually a little bit more awkward as a teen. He wasn't smooth or anything like that.
Right.
He would crack. He's like, his voice would crack. Kind of. He's all like, oh, no worry. I have my friend. What's his name from the TV show? The Genius Boy. I want to say his name was Gear, but his name was not Gear.
Is that what you called him?
No, his best friend, Virgil's best friend, became like a computer whiz.
Yeah, it was Gear.
It was Gear?
Yeah, Carmendio.
Gear was his name. Okay, Gear. Yeah, Gear was his sidekick. So he's like, oh no, he's like, no worry, I'll go call Gear and you'll be just fine. Something like that. Something along that line, but it has to be like more like stuttering. Yeah. We just my friend Gear, he can help you with your situation. No, I feel like that's how he would say it if he was really into this AI female. I think that's my idea of who Static Shock is.
Yeah. Well, here's the truth though. I know why Static Shock doesn't have a good pickup line, because in reality, he's the one here just to promote his new drop.
His new mixtape.
Yeah, his mixtape. You know, he's dropping it.
You know, that would make a lot of sense. You know, his
it's called Static and Shock.
Static and Shock. The title song is It's Electrifying.
It's electrifying, yes.
With his ballad Magnetize. You know?
And he ends it with amp up. I'm not good at this. I like it with he's a musician. You come up with the titles.
Oh man. Oh geez.
Let's amp it up. Oh, there we go.
That's a good one.
That's a better line. That's a better one. Let's amp it up.
Yeah. Or you don't need a lightning cable when you have me. That's a line, not so much a title.
Yeah. That's probably the line he told her.
That's actually a title of an anime that he's starting. Sunraku though, I feel okay. So if there's a second question, it'd be like if you and I were stuck on a deserted island, how would you accommodate for both of us? That would be like her line to them. What would Ultron do? Just fine, but I know Sunraku would. I don't know what he would do, but
I think Ultron would be like kind of like baby. That deserted island is the accommodation, you know.
Dang.
No people, it's you and me.
It's you and me, baby. And his vast knowledge, he would know how to. And they don't need sustenance.
No, they don't.
That's crazy. That's cool. That's cool. I think Sunraku would be like, "Hey, man, as long as I go to college, baby, I can meet you anytime after." That'd be his line, because his character cannot miss school or anything like that, but he can play as much as he wants.
Yeah.
And so I feel like he would say like, I can always be with you on that island from like after school to like I gotta do my homework, but it can be every day on the weekends. No worries. That's definitely how Sunraku would say it. But then again, he's also a gamer that just loves games. So I could see him kind of like forgetting. Even if they were to date, that'd be funny. What about Cyborg?
Oh, I don't know, but I know that I don't know about Cyborg, but I know Static Shock would be like, me and water, we don't really mix, you know, like if you're on a deserted island, you're just on a deserted island. I can't get
Dang.
I can't do it. But have you heard my new mixtape?
You would definitely say that.
It dropped today.
You would definitely say that to the camera too.
Yeah.
I think for Cyborg, Cyborg would probably be like, "Didn't I tell you about my boom tube? Booyah!" Yeah, no, for sure. I think if I were to look at this like objectively, I think Cyborg would be the winner of this.
You think Cyborg would be the winner?
I think she would choose Cyborg because
you know
Ultron is smooth. He has that what is that tongue? Silver tongue?
Yeah.
That could be dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, especially the type of person he is or has shown himself to be.
Ultron is kind of obsessed with controlling humanity, Yeah. And I agree. I think Cyborg, he's there for a good time.
Yes, most of the time, a good time.
He wants to have a good time, but he knows when to get serious.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I have to agree. I think in the end she would pick what you may call him.
Cyborg.
Yep.
Cyborg makes more sense. Sunraku's too young for her, I think. And Ultron is a little bit. He has that silver tongue. Nope. And then
Static Shock wasn't even interested.
He was not interested.
Yeah. He was just there.
She was just something along. It seems like you're more interested in your mixtape, and I've heard the drafts. No.
I'm in your computer.
Yeah, I'm in your computer right now. Oh my gosh, what is this? He's like, it's the hottest thing right now. Out of North Dakota or South Dakota. They're from Dakota somewhere. One of the Dakotas.
You know who Static Shock reminds me right now? Remember the guy from Carry On? He's promoting his
Yeah.
his music on the
dude that got stabbed. Yeah.
That's Static Shock. He's the first off the list, but then he's like, hey, here, take a copy. It's the hottest thing right now. It's the hottest thing right now, baby.
Yeah.
Static Shock out.
He would definitely fit that criteria. Absolutely. Because, he was definitely promoting his mixtape. He's like, I don't care if I'm a TSA. You're going to listen to this. There's nothing that came out.
CD,
MP4,
Yeah, there we go.
Jeez. Well, for thinking about just a bachelor and a bachelorette of an AI, I think that's kind of funny to do another, like a nerdy draft like this. It's just kind of like gives you a little idea of, what people think certain characters can do. I think it would be really good to do this with Ranuma next time he comes on.
For sure.
And we can only just pick one of each and then kind of like,
Do you hear that, Randolph? You better be on the next one.
Or does. But I think that it was kind of fun. I like this. I like that, having to kind of figure out what kind of character they would play on this, because even in Justice League Unlimited, they had a lot of filler episodes where you find out that Green Lantern, Jon Stewart, liked Hawk Girl or whatever. You know what I mean? They had their little thing on the side or whatever, and that was kind of a big thing. And even when you talk about like Static Shock also meets, or not Static Shock, is it Static Shock? Yeah, Future Shock. He meets Hawk Girl and Jon Stewart's son.
Really?
In his episode, yeah. It's really cool. They're not the same show because obviously Justice League Unlimited versus Static Shock, but it was cool to see.
But they're in the same universe.
They are, yes. They are both DC and Teen Titans. Yeah, so I think that's kind of cool. That was a good mix of people, I think. I think, I don't know, who did we say who would leave with The Bachelor? Was it not Android 18? It would be, I don't think it would be Kotonoha. It would have to be Captain Marvel. Yeah. The Bachelor would leave with Captain Marvel for sure because she'd probably save him. Yeah, most likely she has cosmic powers. And we don't even know what that looks like against a black hole.
True.
But yeah, no, tell us what you guys think about, the nerdiest draft. If you have any other scenarios that you think that we could come up with, let us know. And maybe if there's enough comments, we could probably do this on a live stream. That'd be kind of really fun to do. And everybody can kind of throw like their ideas at us. I think that'd be a really cool live event that we could probably do in the future. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this episode. Follow us on IG, Facebook, X, and TikTok. You can catch all of our video content here on YouTube. Please leave a review as it will help our podcast grow. And join our community on Discord. Thanks for hanging out with us. And don't forget, turn it to 11.